The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
Eric's Family Barbecue has arrived and is simply the best barbecue in Arizona. Come satisfy your taste buds with meats that are smoked over mesquite wood and sides that are made with fresh ingredients and tons of love. They have the best, juiciest brisket, pulled pork, rib sausage, turkey, or everyone's favorite, the Pitmaster Sampler that includes all the meat and 4 sides, mac and cheese, potato salad, coleslaw, corn, or beans, yum. And for dessert, try some creamy banana pudding, amazing. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip, you won't be sorry. Dine in or take it to go. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more info.
It's something. Check out Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast at 98kupd.com.
Sexy vibrating bed for dogs. All right. Rock right there. Ba witty ba wit da ba. Is it ba wit da ba? I was ba wit ba. I'm reading it right here. Ba wit da ba. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't either. 22 years later.
I don't know what the hell it means.
Larry just told us it's a 23-year-old song. Just hit its 23rd birthday just, I don't know when.
It didn't seem like that long ago.
It sure was. It is, though.
Yeah.
It feels, that's a strange thing. So there you go. 23 years ago. Ba wit da ba, which I'm just now learning is how you say that. Nice job, Kid Rock. Way to go. All right, like 10,000 of you have crushed this app. Here's the thing. I'm going to apologize. I'm getting so many emails saying, I try to listen to you guys on the app. I'm participating in the contest, but all it does is shut me out. I try to listen to the show, and it keeps the app turns off. It shuts down. So I'll tell you this. Go to our KUPD app on a normal day. Right now, if you're trying to listen to the show and this is annoying you, it shouldn't happen anymore. For 5 more minutes, the word Buckeye will crash the app. But during the contest, use the TuneIn app. I'll send you to the competition because it's driving me nuts. That's our bread and butter. If we're pissing people off and they can't listen, they're just going to listen to something else. That's what I would do.
Yeah. The contest was great. We lost 1,000 app listeners.
Yeah, the app listeners are getting frustrated because this thing keeps shutting off. And they're emailing me like crazy. It keeps shutting down. I can't even listen to the show. I'm trying to listen to the show. All I got to do is enter one time, and then it keeps closing up. I have to keep refreshing. I'm just going to turn it off. One guy, the best one we've gotten so far is I've seen monkey fights at the zoo more organized than this contest. I've never seen a monkey fight. I've seen him chuck it at us.
Yeah, I've
only seen one throw, and then the best one ever.
Every one I've seen has been at the
towards the people.
Yeah,
in Albuquerque, that was the most probably the most immediate learning experience I've ever had aside from touching a hot stove. Was when the gorillas were hanging around, and all they had was just like the jail bars between us and them in Albuquerque.
And a concrete.
And then like a barrier. You couldn't get close enough they could reach you or you could reach them. And they're just standing there. And they're looking at each other. And then one goes wandering back into the back on all fours, the gorilla walk. And the other ones are just sitting there looking at us, and we're sitting there looking at them. And then he comes out, and he's got a handful. And I mean a handful of his own. Like a big pile. Orange with a nice creme brulee brown top. Mm. It had been crisped. Maybe flame, a little torch.
Was it his vomit or was it the...
This was poop.
Yeah. Okay.
There was no question. It looked like pumpkin pie with a nice burnt top. So he took that little torch to the top of it. It was very presentable. And he walked out, and some guy goes, "Run! He's going to throw it at us." And we all ran back to what we thought was the safest distance that we gauged his gun. We basically said everybody's got about 40 yards in that arm. And and everybody turned around and looked back, just took it, and took a huge bite of it. And everybody just went, and went dying. And the next stop we did there was at the baboon cage. And this baboon turns around, and my dad and I both at the same time said, he looks like John Travolta, because he looked just like John Travolta. This baboon was hilarious. And then he just started beating off. I'm like, we're leaving. Let's get out of the zoo.
That sounds like Travolta.
My kid doesn't. Yeah, how you guys doing? I'm Travolta baboon. What's going on over here? Hey, you guys don't mind if I decide, whip this bad boy out right here and just give myself a little tug. It's lonely in this cage. A big swollen red ass. And he starts just pulling his wang. It was hilarious. I didn't know what he was doing. I was in 4th grade. I'm like, what's this? But that was a bad day at the zoo. But I've never seen a monkey crap fight. So to Michael, I would have to agree so far. Also, I'm getting a lot of people who are arguing with me about the story that's being read that Mississippians are getting tossed into the hospital quite a bit for drinking cow horse dewormer to make themselves immune from COVID-19. I find that to be ridiculous, and I root for people to do that kind of stuff because then they'll get off my planet. And there are people emailing me saying, now, wait a minute, that's been proven that it's actually worked in the United States, abroad in pill form. Okay, fine. Here's, if I have to clarify, if a doctor tells you you should take this much of this and it's in dosage form, it probably has a use. If you're swigging from a jug, it ain't medicine.
If you're getting the bootleg stuff.
Yeah, if you're doing it on your own, right out of the jug that's in the barn, if you're doing any medicating in a barn of yourself, probably doing it on your own, there's ramifications. All I'm saying is we're screwed one way or the other. And look, if the government came up with a vaccine that's going to kill us in 5 years, we're doomed. If we all decide to go herd immunity on this thing and let it run roughshod, we'll lose millions and millions and millions of people because that's how herd immunity actually works. It doesn't just make us all better. Either way, we're screwed. So take your chances with one or the other and shut up and quit drinking horse medicine. You got two options. Nothing, something. If you drink horse medicine and it's killing you, and proof to all the people emailing, now that's been used quite a bit. Then why are there so many people in Mississippi getting poisoned by it? Well, it works. Okay. Hydrochloroquine, all that. Try it. Do whatever you want. The colloidal silver is supposed to be fantastic for you. Oh, it's a real thing.
That'll turn you purple.
It'll turn you blue if you drink too much of it. So you got to be careful. That little homework. You ever seen the look up hydrochloroquine overdose?
It's crazy.
Or not hydrochloroquine, colloidal silver overdose. Dude turned into a Smurf. Goes to the doctor and said, I've been taking this pretty heavy dose of this.
Permanent, right?
And you can't.
Far.
And the doctor's like, there's nothing we can do. You just basically turned yourself Smurf blue. The guy was on Oprah and like Dr. Phil. He's rooting for somebody to
God.
cure. Yeah, I know. It actually is neat. I'd have joined Blue Man Group immediately and learned how
straight out of Willy Wonka.
I'd have learned how to play a PVC pipe and gotten a job in Vegas. It's permanent. But colloidal silver, which is, in small doses, very good for you.
Can't Michael Jackson yourself back and bleach your skin or what?
I don't know what would happen if you try to bleach that blueberry back. I'd like to see it, though. Yeah, the dude's hilarious looking. But, so do whatever you want. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm actually encouraging it. Don't argue with me because I'm the one saying, you want to drink the horse medicine? Go bananas. Drink all of it. You're not hearing me say it's bad. I want people to self-diagnose and self-medicate because it'll get rid of the dummies faster. If self-medication, if we were left to our own devices on how to fix our problems, could you imagine how many people would die every day?
Oh,
that's why we have WebMD.
That's exactly right. I've been on WebMD.
Yeah,
If I was a little dumber, I'd be like, I need to do something about this.
How many different things have you had from WebMD?
I had STDs.
Menopause?
I had STDs from, as a woman. Like, I had womanly STDs. Like, how in the world do I have ovarian cysts? Like, how do I, and that's not an STD, but like, how did I get endometriosis? Not an STD, but I've had it all. And you get on there and you're like, well, I don't want to go to the doctor for this. I didn't even know I had ovaries. Maybe if I just shot some bleach in my urethra, it would. And that's the way a dumb person thinks. Like, I don't want to tell my mom I've got this. So I'm just going to pour alcohol in my butthole, clean out the system.
Little cleansing.
I think I got some butthole warts. And I understand bleach it says here, cleans up to 99% of all germs.
Just dab some Compound W down there.
See, but the people you're talking about don't dab. They pour. And I'm encouraging the
funnel
pour.
It in.
Go bananas. Go into the garage. If this is a medication tip, if the phrase go into the garage and get ... is part of your medicine, you're not taking real medicine. And I want you to do it. If that's something you want to do, go for it. And you know what? You might make it, and you might end up winning a Nobel Prize because you were cleaning the garage one day and, found the cure for butt warts. Pouring bleach up your ass. Go crazy. My argument is not the stuff. Why do we tell people not to take it? If you're subject to jump on that train, I want you to. You know what cures COVID real fast? Laying on train tracks. You won't have to worry about COVID at all. I got this one. We got to fix this. An emergency, what would Brady do?
All right.
And we're all done with the contest, so you can get back on the regular app now. A lot of people on this one today. Good job. It says, John, I've been listening to you for a couple of years now. I hear you mention numerous times with the boys that as men, We should be allowed for backdoor play with our wives on that day, birthday, anniversary, Christmas, whatever holiday. Well, my birthday is next week. And I mentioned to my wife that you guys have said booty play is in play for birthdays. Is that true with Miss New Booty as well?
No comment.
All right. Why would you be with a girl with a great sweet booty and not want to play?
Hey, no comment. Like I said,
I like when Italian takes a fifth. Well, I know the whole reason you're attracted to it is because you want a piece of that pie.
I'll go with that.
Yeah,
I'll go with that.
So you're in it. I'll go with that.
That's reasonable.
You got a great ass. I don't want nothing to do with it. You're trying to get in there, and your birthday was just going on. You went to Vegas for it.
I plead the fifth.
It was KDKB up there. There was boy butter and juices and feather boas. You were Michael and Troy up there the whole weekend. It was your birthday. Oh, let's not go crazy. So he says, my birthday's next week, and my wife that I was wanting some of that booty play that you guys have talked about. And she responded quickly with a yes, which shocked me. But then she said something horrible. She said, then I get to do it too. And I was confused. And I said, please elaborate. She said she gets to peg me on her birthday.
Whoa.
We've been married for 3 years, together for 5, and at no point in 5 years she ever brought up she even knew what pegging was. What do I do? Should I let her so I can get booty?
In exchange for a little pegging.
Oh, this is
not this cowboy.
You're not going that direction. You forego the fun of conquering everything on a woman, which is a man's goal. That's why we stick our fingers in your ears sometimes for no reason.
Right.
It's true. For no reason, you'll be driving in the car, just reach over and stick your finger in a woman's ear. Because that's deep down inside of us, that's our caveman. Fill their holes. But you'll forego the fun of conquering because you don't want to be
conquered.
Right. Well,
so is she going to strap one on? And
yeah, that's right. It's pegging.
Oh.
You say no to that?
Yeah. I'm going to pass right now.
You're going to pass
Jim.
on that?
Well, Brady on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
I get to pick the size of the thing.
I know.
I'm not giving up.
None of these small ones.
Yeah, so if Barry Wood shows up.
Oh, yeah. I'm going Barry Wood. If I'm doing it right. Yeah, I get to pick the size of the thing. Because I don't want to give up the fun of that secondary act. So I get to pick one. Or, here's what you do. I'm a genius, Brett.
Right.
You should know this by now. They have these things called clone-a-willies. You go down and make a clone of your own.
They have
I got
really?
two of them at the house. They're great.
No.
Yeah, you stand in the shower with wood and you put this
plaster.
Well, sort of. It's like making a cast. You put it in a tube of this gelatinous stuff, and then you wait like 15 minutes, and you can't move. So you got to be able to keep wood for a good long time, and then you got to stand in this thing, and then you take it out, and you put this. Then it comes with like a vibrator, and you put a vibrator in there, and it makes your own. It makes a.
My God, you can get it on Amazon.
That's right. It's a replica of a pee-pee. Well, there's nothing illegal about it.
No, I know.
It's not like Dr. Moreau. It's not going to come to life. Although, if it could. So you clone your own, and what's good for the goose is good for your gander, I say. So if you got to put yours and her, same size. You got to tolerate it for you. How about that? Fair?
Then
it's
ahead,
less
kid.
gay. Then it's less gay.
It's not about
It's a little
that.
gay. Yeah, it is. You're worried about some gay. Oh,
that I
worried
would
about it.
turn gay after
No,
I
not
get pegging.
turn gay. That's
Yeah.
an option.
No.
Science has proven that's not a thing.
Right.
But that you would feel like it's a gay activity. Yeah. And that's really what's bothering you.
Yep.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey,
100%.
look, that's the truth.
honest.
That's the facts.
What bothers me is just something getting in my ass.
Right. And why? You don't want to be gay.
I don't want anyone in my ass.
Made that very clear for 20 or longer years. But you have to ask yourself, why don't I want anyone in my ass? Gay.
Exit only.
It's
Twink.
gay. Because what he's saying. It makes you feel twinkish, and you're not. It's like Norm Macdonald's joke. There's nothing wrong with a homosexual lovemaking, unless, of course, you're not homosexual. Then
Yeah.
it's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. And that's true. Am I wrong?
No.
That it makes you feel like gay things happen to you, and you're not a gay guy. So, but
I've
what if
had
you
the
like
doc's
it?
finger in there. That's good enough.
But, and I'm speaking for the ladies here, on your side this time, we're asking them to do it. And there's
quid pro quo.
In some cases, not all American marriages, the man is usually a little larger in that O-ring than the lady is. So it's probably worse for them.
Is that true?
Well, I'm sure a decent woman's butthole's smaller than mine. I think that should be on my.
I guess seems plausible.
That should be on my list of. That should be on my list of things to ask. Like credit score, relationship with father, size of beehole. So yeah, so that's reason why. So you would say no. I won't take my own, but you better do it.
Yeah. No, well.
Yeah, Brett's fine with it. I like the honesty.
Where's the problem? Yeah, if you can do it that way, or she just says then it's not happening.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But think of what you're asking. You put this in you. I won't do it.
Yeah.
So I think turnabout's fair play. If she says you got to do that and you really want to do it, you got to do it.
Or you just say no. It's never been that way. You don't know how it works, do you, honey?
Times are changing. We introduced him to pegging. The dangerous thing with wanting them to be sluttier is we gave them access to the internet, and then they started learning stuff. And I'm like, oh boy, they're going to start asking questions. And it's the price you pay.
It is.
That's the price you pay. Now you could, like the old days when your grandpa was trying to give your grandma old fudge sundae.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Pap Led?
Sunday. When Pap Led was trying to give Chief Banana, what was her name?
Billy. Grandma
there
Billy.
You go, Grandma Billy. When he's trying to give her the old fudge sundae right after church. And she said, I want to peg you after. She caught 5 across the face because that's how it used to work back then. And you didn't ask that as a lady. You're not even a lady anymore. You're property. You were chattel, according to the Bible. Nowadays, we're all equal and stuff. So if your lady says, that's fine, I'll allow you in there. I get to do it back. Clone a Willie. If it's good enough for her, for you. And it's not gay because it's just like kind of masturbating. It's your own junk.
Gay.
Brett votes gay. Brady?
Taking it?
You're really struggling with it.
Yeah. What else would be gay? What else would be?
What else is on your mind there, kid?
No, I don't think it's gay.
What is it? What's your hesitation then?
What, taking
I
your
don't
own
want
crank?
anything going up there.
Oh, okay. Except that doctor, you keep trying to talk
That's
me into it.
Doctors, professionals only.
So you do. So you do allow things up there. So your argument is garbage.
Index finger, yeah.
That's what you think.
I hope he's using that.
He's Asian. That's not
Pinky.
That's why you're getting a two-handed massage while it's happening. Anywho. Well, there you go. Good luck to you. I forgot his name. Tevin. Toledo, I haven't heard from you.
No, I'm in the majority on this one, yeah.
You're with them?
Yeah.
You're not taking one? She shuts down the mud mine?
Oof.
The mud mine.
That's right.
Rain.
You put two boards over it and say, abandon mine.
We'd have to have arbitration of some kind.
You think it ends the marriage?
We have to call Lerner and Rowe. There might be an accident happening.
So or you go the Italian route.
The risk of the mess.
Just saying.
Wow. Well, that took a turn. So you might divorce her. Brett kills her. Brady just leaves. Wow. That's all right. Well, I guess I'm a Renaissance man.
Oh, you are.
I'm one of them. All right. I don't want to do it, but it's kind of like going to the mall. I'm going to have to walk through a few stores to get to the Nike outlet. I'm going to have to sit there and hang out at Charlotte Russe for 45 minutes. Sometimes that's painful for me, but it's worth it once I get to the Jordans. The GOAT, as it is.
What if I told you we'll keep the COVIDs away?
Yeah, well, you pour a little horse equine dewormer up in there. Make sure we're all clean.
Brady made it through it. I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I use it as lube.
If I can do it.
How about this?
And you can do
These
it.
texts are great.
Oh, God.
John, let me tell you how this goes. The trick, you see, is to getting pegged is you do it to yourself the first time without her so that you know the feeling. You don't need her to witness your real first time.
Yeah, that's
you got to be prepared. But don't make it look like you're a pro also.
Well, that was the old thing where I got the Ice-T impression is that hookers on HBO show. Sometimes when a man wants to go back there, a girl's got to be prepared, and that means Metamucil and a plug. And I'm like, they prep for it? And then you're like, of course they prep for it. That's brilliant. So, yeah, the plug thing, you don't want to see somebody actually, like, very first time in you. You have to, practice.
Another one, John will help you with Michael and Troy.
Okay. I got my own clone of Willie, boys. I don't need a whole body attached.
You'll be fine, John. Just play some Joel Osteen in the background. It'll be real smooth.
I'd like to start with a joke real quick. Okay, this is my Bible. This is my friend. This is my clone of Willie. It's going in. My mama, when she was on her deathbed and I told her, is your mud mine closed for business? She spoke out to me. So many words. Yeah, just have Osteen in the background. I've done it. I've had the plug-in for Osteen. It's uncomfortable, but you get used to it. And that's all you're asking that lady to do for your birthday. So for her birthday, if that's the gift that keeps giving, it saves you a few bucks.
A bunch of other ones are just going, call her bluff, see how far she can go.
That's true. Whose birthday's first is the bigger question.
Oh, yeah.
Because then you can get divorced in between.
Well, he's up right away.
Yeah, if he's up next week, boom, boom, and then you know what? It wasn't what I thought. I want a divorce. And then you get out of there before your birthday shows up. Huh. Interesting.
You get your one and done.
Thanks for the
You know
email.
what? I'm sorry I'm not holding up my end of the deal there. But you did it on your birthday. Yeah, I've changed my mind.
So, Brett, I got to know, you be a power bottom or a power topper?
What?
Power top.
Yeah.
Show him a video. It's basically with a top twink.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you can stop right there. Twink out.
All right, but you're not the twink. But it's a girl, and it's you.
Okay.
It can just be you alone in a room.
All right.
Yeah.
No pegging. Gay.
Yeah.
She respects you as a man. She wouldn't even ask. She should do it just to please her man.
There you go.
And not
See
just
that?
on
There you
special
go.
occasions.
Signed
Don't
night-
turn me into no twink.
Signed the Carter era.
That's the Joel Osteen I know.
And I'm fine with it. I understand that position. But, we're in fairness to the ladies, stand up for every chance I get. We've been asking them to do this for a long, long time. And when one tries to say, what about me? We're all of a sudden saying, ugh, gross. Think of how they've been feeling for years.
Who are you?
I'm just saying.
What happened to John?
Also, I have mine trained better than that.
So, yeah, you don't want her to see you the real first time.
That's nuts. Think I'm insane?
Clone of Willie, what do you think it's been doing?
Talking you idiots into it, but I'm not putting that in there. I'm going to hurt. Yeah, Brady's right. It's an exit only. Not a woman's. It's for all sorts of exploration. It's a spelunking. It's Carlsbad Caverns, for God's sake.
John, heed the advice of that other guy, because my buddy took his girlfriend to the ER because the first time there was damage.
Oh. Well, that's bragging rights for a dude.
You think?
Well, she's in traction after sex? Yeah.
He's strutting
Gotta
to the
be-
ER.
yeah.
Walking out with a donut.
Remember the guy that black couple years ago, and that he tripped a neuron or something, and she couldn't stop having orgasms, and then she's sitting in the hospital bed going, and he's just sitting there smiling, and the doctor's like, "This is very serious," and she goes, "This is funny. It's starting to hurt," and he's like, "Yeah, well, that's what happens when you jump on my knee." Climb up on that again. She just thinking about it. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. God damn, that's some powerful dickums. And he's just laughing. She goes, "It's not funny. I might die from this." Yeah, no, and I'm going to tell everybody. That's going on your epitaph.
I did this.
She's still quaking 6 feet down from this deep. Anyway. Oh, my gosh. I can't read that, but congratulations.
Yeah. I didn't know if there's a way you could dance around it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was your girlfriend, what was that kid's name? Brandon, yeah, from Boys Don't. She also asked for that. Sometimes, because it basically says, don't use the front butt, use the back one.
I fell in love that day.
Oh, I fell in love that day, but that's exactly what that movie, Boys Don't Cry's about. Like, she didn't want you to see the front because you're supposed to have a wee-wee. She's using something else.
From a woman. Little finger in a man's butt once in a while won't kill him.
Hey.
If we can take your Johnson, you can take a finger now and then.
Lady, shh. The men are talking. I'm doing all the protecting of you we need. We don't need you chiming in. All right. Anyway, well, good luck to you. That's an interesting quandary on a Tuesday.
Hope you have a good birthday.
It is what marriage is. Nobody tells you this. It's never in the Prince Charming thing. I love that. I hope Snow White takes it in the ass. I mean, it's never in the not like any of the pages. But she has to in order to, like, he's the knight in shining armor, so eventually she's in that uncomfortable spot. Anyway, good luck to all of you out there with your wedding and your marriages. Happy birthday to a few of you. It's 8:58. We get the hot releases. Ooh, that took a turn. The hot releases coming up in moments.
98.
What?
98.
No way.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.